All right, family, we are back again. Shalom, shalom to the Israelites scattered to the four corners of the earth. If you are tuning in today, all praises and great glory for that. We are going to be finishing up the Feast of Tabernacles. Today is the 8th day, and the Most High calls for a solemn assembly, holy convocation on this day. And I'm going to show you today, family. I'm going to show you what this day means, what it is a foreshadowing of, family, because this isn't your your regular holiday where you get to just take a day off work and just chill. There's some meaning behind this. There are some implications that needs to be said about what this day means for our people. And I hope you're ready to hear the truth today because, again, like I always do, I'm not holding back. Too many of our people been sleepwalking through the Most High set apart days, thinking it's just another holiday, just another excuse to gather and eat. But let me tell you right now, family, this day ain't just for show. This day ain't just a footnote in some religious calendar. This day represents our future. This day represents our redemption in the culmination of everything the Most High has been trying to show us from the beginning. So without further ado, brother, if we can turn our Bibles over to Leviticus 23 and 36. Again, that's Leviticus 23 and 36. Whenever you're ready.
7 days ye shall offer an offering made by fire unto the Lord. On the 8th day shall be a holy convocation unto you, and ye shall offer an offering made by fire unto the Lord. It is a solemn assembly, and ye shall do no servile work therein.
Now let's break this down because we're going to break this all the way down. Because I know some of y'all just skim right past it. It says on the 8th day shall be a holy convocation. A holy convocation, family, means a sacred gathering like we're doing right now. A time when the Most High is calling his people together for something serious. This ain't your regular Sunday service, folks. And it sure as hell ain't some come-as-you-are barbecue. This day is set apart. And if you're treating it like just another day, you're already missing the point. So for my first point, the 8th day, what does it really mean? So why the 8th day? What's so special about it? Let me tell you something, family. The number 8 in scripture represents new beginnings. The 7 days of the Feast of Tabernacles are a reminder of our journey through this wilderness, the trials, the suffering, the tests, and all the garbage we had to go through to get here. That's where we at right now, family. We are in the wilderness. We got people out there saying we're going to be going to a wilderness. We are already here. We going through the tests. We going through the suffering right now. We are in our tabernacles right now, spiritually. But the 8th day, that's the new start, family. That's the eternal rest. That's the kingdom, baby. When all this mess is finally behind us, we're standing in our rightful place as the rulers of this earth. Let me say it again, as the rulers of this earth. One more time for the heathen in the back. As the rulers of the earth, under the reign of Christ. That's the new beginnings, family. That's the future. That is what this 8th day represents. It's a foreshadowing of dominion, of rulership. This is what it's about, family. No heathen can tell me different. I don't care what they say. Oh, we grafted in. Oh, we equal. We all gonna be reigning together with Christ. Absolutely not. I'm here to tell you, you are wrong. I don't know what Bible you reading, some fantasy Harry Potter book. I don't know. But you're wrong, heathen. And I'm gonna show you that today. But before we get there, How about we go and see this new heaven, new earth? How about we go and see that? How about we go see what's going to happen in the future? Isaiah 66 and 23. Again, we go to Isaiah 66 and 23.
And it shall come to pass that from one new moon to another, and from one Sabbath to another, shall all flesh come to worship before me, saith the Lord.
The 8th day represents the time when all flesh, well, let's be real. We're talking about Israel. Will come to worship the Most High in truth and in power. It's the culmination of everything we've been through as a people. It's a wrap up, a climax, the ending. Point number 2, the wilderness and your temporary dwelling. During this Feast of Tabernacles, family, we live in temporary shelters, booths, tents, whatever you want to call it, because I cannot pronounce that word. For 7 days, right? Some of y'all treat this like it's a damn camping trip. But let me wake you up to the spiritual meaning of this, family. These tents represent our temporary dwelling in this world. That's what the foreshadowing of. You don't got to go out to the woods. If you want to do that, hey, it is what it is. But I'm telling you what the spiritual meaning behind what our ancestors did physically. It's a temporary dwelling in this world. This life, this system, this captivity, family, it's all temporary. You're in a tent right now, but you ain't supposed to stay in it forever. If we go over to 2 Corinthians, real quick, see what Paul had to say about this. 2 Corinthians chapter 5 and verse number 1. What does Paul say?
For we know that if our earthly house of this tabernacle were dissolved, we have a building of God, an house not made with hands, eternal in the heavens.
This scripture, family, is telling you straight up that this body, this tabernacle, while we living in today, is temporary. Why? We gonna die, family. We gonna die. The 8th day is about stepping out of these temporary bodies, these temporary struggles, and stepping into what? The eternal, stepping into the kingdom prepared for us by the Most High Yah. This ain't no game, family. This is life and death. You either walk in truth now, or you're going to be stuck in that booth forever, spiritually dead. Outer darkness you go, never to be seen or heard again, a distant memory. That's the judgment for all of you who want to stay in these temporary dwelling places. If you want to stay in your flesh, fine. Do you? But when time comes for judgment, do not be surprised that you don't get to step in your spiritual body. You'll be cast aside. Point number 3, the solemn assembly, family. It's not a party. Leviticus says this is a solemn assembly. Some of y'all think solemn means boring or quiet. But let me educate you real quick. Solemn means serious. You got all these camps, they be having parties on these days. Partying it up. Partying it up. This is a solemn assembly. This is a serious occasion. But you guys have been bamboozled, led astray, because the heathen holidays is all about festivities. It's all about partying. Yeah. The Most High's days are serious, family. But we all know the majority of our people hate seriousness. All they want to do is party. All they want to do is have fun. Miss me with that boring stuff. I just want to have fun. What a party at? The Most High is calling for seriousness, family. This is a serious occasion. It means there's weight behind this day, behind this gathering. Because ain't just a gathering for the sake of gathering, family. This is about coming before the Most High with reverence. That's respect. Because we're on the brink of something eternal, family. If we go over to Joel chapter 2, we're going to see this. Joel chapter 2, we're going to read 15 and 16. Look at this. Again, Joel chapter 2, verses 15 and 16.
Blow the trumpet in Zion, sanctify a feast, call a solemn assembly. Gather the people, sanctify the congregation, assemble the elders, gather the children, and those that suck the breasts. Let the bridegroom go forth of his chamber, and the bride out of her closet.
You hear that? Blow the trumpet. Blow the trumpet. Call the people together. This is serious business. The 8th day is symbolic of that final gathering, family. When Christ returns to pull his bride, Israel, that's us black people, out of the world and into the kingdom. You think this is just a quaint little tradition? Hell no! This is prophecy in motion. We rehearsing, family. We are rehearsing before the real thing happens. This is a rehearsal. And if you're not taking it seriously, you're playing yourself. This is serious business, family. There's a time for everything under the sun. This time is about business. It's about being serious. It's about no more playing games, casting off the stupidity, the ignorance. It's a time to get right before the Most High Yah, before the gates close on you. This is what it's about, family. Too many of us are playing too much. Playing too much. Straddling the fence, going on both sides when it's convenient. The Most High don't play that nonsense, as I'm going to show you. So what is this offering by fire? Made unto the Lord. What is that? Now, back in the day of our ancestors, back then, that was literal. You brought your burnt offerings, and that was that. But now, in 2024, our offering is spiritual, family. What does that mean? It's your life, your obedience, your faith. And let's be real, most of us ain't offering a damn thing to the Most High Yah but our ass. That's it. Being real. Y'all ain't offering the Most High nothing. You're offering them scraps. Scraps of your time, scraps of your attention. You barely read the Bible. You say, oh, I'm about Most High. I love the Most High. But you barely crack open the Bible during the week. How can you say you love him when you don't even read his word? This is a book to us. This is our book that he told his prophets to read, our ancestors to write for us in 2024 and beyond. This is our learning. This is what we need to know. This is how we come back to our culture. This is how we come back to our heritage. This is come back to how we used to do things, how the Most High wants it done. But we taking it for granted. Most of y'all are still holding on to the world, still playing games, still thinking you can half-step this walk. I'ma tell you, you playing yourself. The Most High is not mocked. Whatever you reap, you will sow. Oh, whatever you sow, you will reap. Did it backwards. My bad. If we go over to Romans 12:1, look what your boy Paul says here. Plain and clear to the point. This is what we are supposed to be doing today. Romans 12:1, brother, when you are ready.
I beseech you, therefore, brethren, by the mercies of God, that ye present your bodies a living sacrifice, wholly acceptable unto God, which is your reasonable service.
You hear that? Living sacrifice. That means every damn day you're supposed to be giving yourself over to the Most High. Oh yeah. Y'all like that, huh? Y'all thought y'all can only give yourselves up to him for one day, huh? On the Sabbath, huh? And even then, y'all ain't even sanctifying that. Y'all out buying and selling and doing all kinds of manner of wickedness on the Sabbath day. Same thing to you church folks too. You Christian lights. Yes, sir, I'm talking to you. Yes, ma'am, I'm talking to you. You're supposed to be giving yourself the Most High every day. Not just one day. Every day, every second of your life is supposed to be holiness. Twerking in the club is not holiness. Selling dope to your people is not holiness. What are y'all doing? You're playing church. You're playing Israelite. And I know a whole lot of people playing Israelite. Boy, I tell you, playing Israelite. You come out for the feast days like it's a social event. But the rest of the year, you're living like a heathen. The Most High don't want your lip service. He wants your life. Can you give him your life? Life. Like Casey and JoJo said. He wants your life. That's your offering by fire, family. And if you ain't giving it, don't expect to walk into that 8th-day kingdom. Ooh, I said it. Ooh, I'm hurting some people today. It is what it is. Maybe that'll get you to do right. Point number 5, the new beginning, this kingdom on earth here. Let's get into the meat of this, family. The 8th day, as I said before, is a foreshadowing of the new heaven and the new earth. It's when everything gets made right. It's when Israel gets put back on top where we belong. Oh, I said it. Where we belong, black folk. Where we belong. And all these other nations, yeah, you know who I'm talking about, are going to be under our feet. Let me say it again. Under our feet. One more time, preacher man. Under our feet. If you don't believe that, then you're reading the wrong book. Close down your Percy Jacksons and open up the Holy Bible. If we go over to Revelation 21 and read this, Revelation 21, we're going to read the first 3 verses, 1, 2, and 3, to go show you what it's going to be like, family, if you make it. Revelation 21, 1 through 3.
And I saw a new heaven and earth. For the first heaven and the first earth were passed away, and there was no more sea. And I, John, saw the holy city, New Jerusalem, coming down from God out of heaven, prepared as a bride adorned for her husband. And I heard a great voice out of heaven saying, Behold, the tabernacle of God is with men, and he will dwell with them, and they shall be his people, and God himself shall be with them and be their God.
This is what the 8th day is pointing to, family. The New Jerusalem, us, the kingdom. We are the kingdom. The people are the kingdom. The time when the Most High will dwell with his people. That's us. Not all these other nations. Oh, I said it again, separation. We ain't talking about some pie in the sky, float around in heaven nonsense either. Sorry, Christians. We're talking about rulership on earth, dominion, the kingdom that was promised to us from the beginning. And if you're still sitting here thinking this day is just some old Israelite custom, then you're missing the whole damn point. I said it. You missing it. This ain't no St. Patrick's Day. This ain't no Valentine's Day where you go out and party and get drunk. This is a serious day where the Most High is calling you to holiness, to listen to this word, to be in this word, to understand what this day represents. This is the final day of our feast days, family, for a reason, because this represents the new, the end, the judgment. The next point, number 6, no servile work. What does this mean? Now we know that means don't treat this day like any other work day, but let's go a little bit deeper. What is servile work? It's the work of a slave. This world, black people, has made you a damn slave. Whether it's to your job, some of y'all wear your job like a personality. Your whole job is your personality. I'm a lawyer. Yeah. I work for this firm. I'm a lawyer. I'm a defense attorney. I'm a surgeon at this particular hospital. Yeah. I drive a Land Rover. Yeah, I live in a condo. Yeah. Slave. All that debt. You get out of medical school, 200, some of y'all $200,000, $300,000, $400,000 in debt. Slave. You become a slave to your bills. Some of y'all out there like Destiny Child, can you pay my bills? No. How about you cut the bills? Some of y'all could use a little bit downsizing. You don't need the Netflix. You don't need the stuff that don't matter. But you become a slave to the bills. You become a slave to your desires. Just look at our people. Are we not a slave to our desires? Look at us as a people. All we want to do is what we want to do. If I want to cut up, I'm going to cut up. I'm going to do me. I'm doing me. I'm living my best life. Sound familiar? It should. Because I used to say all the same stupid stuff before the Most High woke my dumb behind up. And last but not least, you have become a slave to this wicked ass system. Yes, sir. This system got you by the balls. Got you by the balls. It's got you buying stuff you don't need for people who don't even care about you. Trying to impress these people. These people don't care about you because they're trying to impress somebody else. Nobody cares that you're rolling around in the BMW. No one cares if you're rolling around in a Mercedes-Benz, a Land Rover, a Jaguar. No one cares, family. No one cares, and certainly not the Most High Yah. Because guess what? You gonna die. I said it. You gonna die. And guess what? Somebody gonna have your BMW. Somebody else gonna get your Mercedes-Benz, your Range Rover, your Jaguar. Yes, I said it. So what's the point of slaving for it? What's the point of craving it? Because you're working yourself to the bone so you can impress people. Stupid. You should be working the bone to impress Yah. That's the only one you need to impress, family. Everybody else don't matter. Yah is the only one you need to be impressing. Because guess what? He's got a checklist, and he's checking it twice. Going to find out if it's naughty or nice. Where you think they got that song from? Who you think they was trying to impersonate? The Most High Yah. This 8th day, family, it's about rest. And not just rest from your 9 to 5. It's about rest from this entire captivity that we are in today. Let's go read it. Hebrews 4, 9 and 10. Again, that is Hebrews chapter 4, 9 and 10. Let's see this rest.
There remaineth therefore a rest to the people of God. For he that is entered into his rest, he also has ceased from his own works, as God did from his.
That's the promise, Israel. Rest. You tired? Ain't your feet hurt? I know your feet hurt. My feet hurt. I know you want to sit down and relax. I know you don't want to clock into the job no more. I know you want to be able to go outside and enjoy the weather and not have to worry about paying bills. I know you're tired. I know it. I see it on all y'all faces. You're tired. This the rest, family. This is what this 8th day represents. It's the rest from all of this dumb stuff that we're doing today. Rest from this world. Rest from this oppression. Rest from the lies. And boy, there's a lot of them. That's what the 8th day is pointing to. The kingdom is our eternal rest. And if you're not ready, you're going to miss it. You ain't going to make it. You'll be stuck outside the gates looking in like a fool. Oh, yeah. That's you out of darkness, never to be seen from again. Dusted like Thanos. Snap. Bye. That's you if you do not come correct. My next point leads right into it. The judgment. Now, let me be real with y'all. This ain't for everybody. Some of y'all ain't gonna make it. Yeah, I said it. Some of y'all ain't gonna make it. That's even some of y'all that's calling yourself Israel. Some of y'all ain't gonna make it. This is the 8th day. It's a day of separation. The Most High is going to separate the real from the fake, the obedient from the rebellious. You think you can just skate by because you come to a few feast days and call yourself an Israelite? Nah, fam, no. The Most High sees right through that. How do we know? How do we know? How do we know? Let's go see what his son said. Matthew 25. We go to Matthew 25. We're going to read 32 and 33. Watch this right here.
And before him shall be gathered all nations, and he shall separate them one from another, as a shepherd divideth his sheep from the goats. And he shall set the sheep on his right hand, but the goats on the left.
Some of y'all are sheep, some of y'all goats. And if you're playing games with the Most High, you're going to find yourself on the left side. And trust me, you don't want that. This 8th day, family, is about making sure you're on the right side when the kingdom comes. Because when it does, there ain't no more chances. None. Zilch. Nada. It's about finality. We've been playing around for too long, thinking we've got time to get our lives right. But let me tell you, time's up, family. Time's up. The 8th day is the final call. You either get it together now, or you're going to be left out in the cold. Brrr. When the kingdom comes crashing down on this wicked world, yes, sir, it's going to happen, family. It's a promise. So let me get back to Revelation 21 and 3, because this is where the 8th day hits home. It says, behold, the tabernacle of God is with men, and he will dwell with them, and they shall be his people. Now let me break this down for you, because some of y'all are still thinking this is some distant, far-off event that ain't got nothing to do with you. Wrong. This is about us, Israel, black people. The tabernacle is a reminder that the Most High has always been trying to dwell with his people. From the Garden of Eden, where he walked with Adam, to the wilderness, when he had Moses build the tabernacle, to now, the Most High has always wanted to be with us. But what do we keep on doing? We keep running away, chasing after idols, chasing after these other nations. Oh boy, we chasing after these nations hard today. Hard. Every time I'm looking up, an Israelite with another heathen. Whether it's an Israelite woman or Israelite man, they were a heathen. Crazy. It's getting crazy. Can't even turn on the TV without seeing an Israelite in a interracial relationship. They pushing the agenda hard, family. They pushing it hard. Why do we chase after these other nations, though? Because we think their ways are better. Thinking their religions are going to save us. It's not. Let me tell you something, Black people. Not all, specific sector Black people. You know who you are. There ain't nothing out there for us but death. Death. I said it. It's all death. If we go over to 1 Corinthians 3:16, look at what Paul tells us to be like. 1 Corinthians 3:16.
Know ye not that ye are the temple of God, and that the Spirit of God dwelleth in you?
You hear that? You are the temple. The Most High wants to dwell in you, but what are you filling yourself up with? Netflix? Instagram? TikTok wisdom? All that garbage, family, is polluting the very temple that the Most High is trying to make his dwelling place. And you wonder why you can't feel his presence. You wonder why your prayers seem to hit the ceiling and bounce back down. It's because your temple is filthy. You've let the world move into the space where the Most High is supposed to be dwelling. Yes, talking to you. Who wants to live in a dirty place? Who wants to live in a pigsty, as my mom would say? Nobody. And if we don't want to live in a dirty place, what makes you think the creator of the universe wants to dwell in a dirty place? The 8th day is a reminder, again, that the Most High is setting up a permanent dwelling place with his people, Israel. But if you ain't ready, you're going to be left out. He's not coming to dwell in a dirty, defiled temple, family. You need to get yourselves cleaned up. How do you clean yourself up? With this word right here. This Bible that you guys are allergic to, that you scared to open up and read. But y'all will open up all them stupid magazines y'all get daily. Y'all open up the magazines all day. Y'all scroll through Facebook all day, reading all that stupidity. Y'all will scroll through your TikToks and your Instagram reels and Facebook reels. Y'all will do that for hours on end. But y'all too scared to open up this word and read for 5 minutes, 10 minutes a day to get some wisdom, to clean yourself up. Oh yeah, I'm hurting some of y'all today. So be it. Maybe that'll get y'all to finally be serious about this thing. I wouldn't have to come this hard if our people wasn't hard-headed. My next point. Let's talk about the separation that's coming. Some of y'all think you're good just because you're Israel by blood. And boy, I see a whole lot of y'all. But let me tell you something. You can be Israel by blood all day and still get cut off. Ooh, yes, I said it. Cut off. If you're not walking in obedience, if you're not living according to the law, statutes, and commandments of the Most High, then you're just as bad as the heathen out there. You might even be worse because you know better. Oh, yes, sir. Cutting deep. You might need a surgeon on deck. Too many deep cuts. You might need to get stitched up out there today. Too many of y'all Israelites out there. I see the abominable doctrines y'all put out. I see behind the scenes. I see it all, family. That's why I don't befriend a lot of Israelites on social media. Because when I do a deep dive and I look into what they're truly about, wickedness. The truth always comes to light, family. You can't tiptoe on both sides. You either an Israelite by blood and spirit, or you're nothing. If we go over to Matthew 13 and 30, we're going to see what the Most High Son has to say again. Matthew 13 and 30. Look at this reality that's going to be happening to a neighborhood near you.
Let both grow together until the harvest. And in the time of harvest, I will say to the reapers, gather ye together first the tares, and bind them in bundles to burn them, but gather the wheat into my barn.
You hear that? Israelites, black people, you hear it? The tares are growing right alongside the wheat. That means there are people sitting right next to you. Talk about shalom, brother, shalom, sister, keeping the feast, wearing fringes, but they're going to get burnt up when the Most High comes to separate the real from the fake. Oh, yes, I said it. Burnt up, destroyed, annihilated. Don't be fooled, family, just because someone looks the part. The 8th day is about the final harvest. The Most High is coming to gather his wheat. That's the righteous remnant, the ones who are obedient, the ones who are listening and following his law, statutes, and command, who are keeping their garments clean from the wickedness of this world and their own wicked brothers and sisters. Those are the ones that the Most High is coming to gather, his wheat. Those who are truly walking in righteousness. In the rest, they're going to be bundled up and burned. Period. Period. Y'all think this is a game the Most High showing you. He ain't playing. You can shalom me all you want to, but if you out there eating pork, I don't care about your shalom. You can sit there and wear a head wrap, but you're going out there dressed like a hoochie mama. I don't care what you call yourself. You are a heathen in the eyes of the Most High Yah. Point number 10 leads right there. Final judgment. Let's get to the part that most of y'all don't want to hear about. The final judgment. Yeah, we love talking about the kingdom. I've seen that a lot. We love talking about the kingdom, about ruling over the other nations. But let me tell you something. Before we get to that, there's going to be a reckoning. The 8th day represents the final judgment. Once this day hits, it's over. Like Vince Carter did, it's over. Ain't no second chances. Ain't no do-overs. Let's go see what that looks like. Revelation 20. 12 and 13. Again, that's Revelation 20, 12 and 13. Look at the seriousness of this day.
And I saw the dead, small and great, stand before God. And the books were opened, and another book was opened, which is the book of life. And the dead were judged out of those things which were written in the books, according to their works. And the sea gave up the dead which were in it. And death and hell were delivered up the dead which were in them. And they were judged every man according to their works.
You see this? You see this? Everyone's going to be judged according to their works. That means you could sit in the congregation all day long, like most of y'all do, listen to them sermons, nod your head, talk about how much you love the Most High, but if your works don't match your words, you're getting tossed away. Legovia bound, Thanos snapped out of existence. That's the seriousness of all of this. Some of y'all out there right now sucking your teeth. Well, it ain't gonna happen to me. Yes, it is. You ain't no special snowflake. And don't give me that, but it's all about grace nonsense either, Christians. Grace gives you the time to get right. I said it, the time to get right. But if you're still out here acting like the world, grace ain't gonna save you on Judgment Day. Let me repeat this again. Slowly, for the one slow of comprehension, grace gives you the time to get right. But if you're still out here acting like the world, grace ain't going to save you on Judgment Day. Comprende? Christians, ain't going to save you. Some of y'all walking around here thinking you're safe because you go through the motion. You keep the Sabbath. Barely. You show up for the feast days. Barely. But your heart is far from the Most High. You're still chasing after the same sins, still holding on to grudges, still living in disobedience. Let me tell you something. When the 8th day judgment comes, the Most High ain't going to care how many feast days you attended. He's going to look at your heart and your works. Let me say it again. When the 8th day of judgment comes, the Most High ain't going to care about how many feast days you have attended. He's going to look at your heart and your works. Plain, simple, to the point. Solomon talks about this if we go over to Ecclesiastes 12 and 14. Look at this. Again, that's Ecclesiastes 12 and 14.
For God shall bring every work into judgment, with every secret thing, whether it be good or whether it be evil.
Everything you've done, every secret thing, oh yeah. You call yourself an Israelite, but you're still watching porn. Oh yes, the Most High looking right at you. Man, I ain't hurting nobody over here, man. I ain't hurting nobody. Yeah, you are. Still fornication. Oh yes. Women and men alike, in the truth. Still watching porn. Oh yes, you hurting yourself. Because let me tell you, you ain't thinking about rainbows and unicorns when you are doing them nefarious activities. Lusting. That's why Paul told you, if you're burning with lust, go get married. Some of y'all don't want to even do that. Every secret thing is going to be laid bare. The Most High finna strip you naked spiritually. He going to show you all the things, all the nitty gritty. He's going to show you all the nook and crannies that you've been trying to hide on that day. You can fool me. You can fool your brothers and sisters, even your family, but you can't fool y'all. Every lie, I mean every one of them. Every lie, every hidden sin, every time you thought nobody was watching. Yeah, let me just go ahead and pull out this Jergens a little bit, you know what I mean? I ain't hurt nobody. Most High looking right at you. Magnifying glass right on you. He see you. It's all gonna come out. So what's it gonna be, family? You gonna keep playing these games, or are you gonna get your house in order before it's too late? Before it's too late. Which brings me to my next point. Number 11, the kingdom. Let's get to the good part. Because for those of y'all who are taking this seriously, I see you. The Most High sees you. For those of y'all who are truly walking in obedience, this 8th day represents the beginning of the kingdom. This is what we've been waiting for, family. This is what all the trials, all the suffering, all the tears have been leading to. The kingdom is ours, but only if we are ready to receive it. Let's go over to our brother Daniel. Chapter 7. Daniel chapter 7 and read verse 18. Look at what this says. Again, Daniel 7:18.
But the saints of the Most High shall take the kingdom and possess the kingdom forever, even forever and ever.
Y'all see that? The saints, that's us, Israel, are going to take the kingdom. And we're not just talking about some temporary rulership. We're talking about forever. Do you understand what that means? That means dominion over the earth for eternity. No more being at the bottom, no more captivity, no more oppression. This is the ultimate payoff for staying faithful, for walking in righteousness, for enduring the trials of this life. But don't get it twisted. The kingdom ain't for everybody. It's for the righteous. It's for those who have held on through the struggles. It's for those who have kept the Most High's commandments, those who have lived in obedience, even when it wasn't easy. If you ain't living right, you're not getting in, period. If we go over to Matthew 7, see what the Most High Son again has to say. Matthew 7 and 21. Check it. Matthew 7 and 21. Go ahead, brother. My bad.
No problem. Not everyone that saith unto me, Lord, Lord, shall enter into the kingdom of heaven, but he that doth the will of my Father, which is in heaven.
Y'all see this? Right there. You can call on the Most High all you want, but if you're not doing his will, you ain't getting into the kingdom. Stop playing, family. You either live this truth or you're going to be left out. It really is that simple. ABC 1, 2, 3. Simple. Which brings me to my next one. Number 12. This 8th day is a wake-up call. If you've been playing games, if you've been half-stepping, this is your last chance. The Most High is giving you a final opportunity to get right before the final judgment comes. And don't sit here and think you've got time. You don't know when your last breath is. Could be now, could be 10 minutes from now, 10 years. Only Yah knows. You don't know when Christ is coming back. All you know is that time is running out. And you better make sure you're on the right side when the kingdom comes, because family, it's coming. And I'm going to go over to 2 Peter to show you how it's going to come. 2 Peter 3, 9 and 10. Again, that's 2 Peter 3, 9 and number 10.
The Lord is not slack concerning his promise, as some men count slackness, but is long-suffering to us ward, not willing that any should perish, but that all should come to repentance. But the day of the Lord shall come as a thief in the night, in the which the heavens shall pass away with a great noise, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat. The earth also and the works that are therein shall be burned up.
The Most High ain't playing games with you. He's giving you grace right now. But because he don't want you to perish. But don't get it twisted. The day of the Lord is coming like a thief in the night. You won't see it coming. You won't have time to get yourself together at the last minute. You either get right now or you get left for the fire. Harsh, I know, but that's the reality of this walk, family. That's the seriousness of this day today. So let's end on this 13th point, because I want you to leave here with hope. The 8th day isn't just about judgment. It's about eternal rest. It's about stepping into the promise that the Most High made to our forefathers. It's about finally receiving the inheritance that was promised to our forefathers, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. This is our destiny, but only if we walk in obedience. So if we go back to Hebrews 4, we're going to read verse 11 this time. Again, that's Hebrews 4 and 11.
Let us labor, therefore, to enter into that rest, lest any man fall after the same example of unbelief.
The rest is coming, Israel. The kingdom is coming. But we have to labor. You got to work to enter into it. We have to put in the work now while there's still time. Don't be like those who fell short because of unbelief. You've been called. You've been chosen. But now it's on you to make sure you're ready when the 8th day comes. So I ask, are you ready? All right, family. We've laid it all out. The 8th day of the Feast of Tabernacles isn't just another holy day. It's the final call, the ultimate wake up. It's a reminder that this world, this life, these bodies, this system, it's all temporary. The Most High has been preparing us for something greater, for a new beginning, for the kingdom that's promised to Israel. But don't you get it twisted. Getting into that kingdom ain't automatic. It's for those who are walking in obedience, who are offering themselves as living sacrifices, who are serious about this walk. The 8th day represents the end of one era and the beginning of another. It's the culmination of all prophecy, the moment when the Most High gathers his people, separates the wheat from the tares, and establishes his eternal kingdom with Israel at the head. That's you, black folk. But with that comes judgment. And judgment is coming for every one of us. Every work, every hidden sin, every moment of rebellion or obedience, it's all going to be laid bare for the Most High to see. In you as well, because he's going to show it right to you. There's no more time to play games. If you've been half-stepping, wake the hell up. If you've been letting the world creep in, clean house. The Most High is only taking those who are ready, those who are faithfully living out his commandments. This world is going to burn. And if you're still holding on to it, you're going down with it. But if you're walking in righteousness, if you've made yourself ready, then you're walking into something eternal. This 8th day, family, is about stepping into the promise, stepping into the eternal rest that the Most High has prepared for his people. But it's only for the righteous. So ask yourself, are you ready? Are you serious about this walk? Are you living like someone who's preparing for the kingdom? Because if not, today is your final wake-up call. In our last scripture, we go to Matthew 25 and 13. The Son of the Most High Yah has this to say to you. Matthew 25 and 13.
Watch therefore, for ye know neither the day nor the hour wherein the Son of Man cometh.
Watch. Be ready. Don't get caught off guard. This is your time, Israel. Step into your calling. Step into your inheritance. The kingdom is coming. And the 8th day is about you taking your place in it. It's time to rise up, family. Get your house in order. The Most High is calling. The kingdom is at hand. Don't, I repeat, don't get left out. And with that, I end my lesson. Shalom to all the ones who have heard this word today. All praises and great glory. I pray that you guys have been spiritually edified on this final day of the Feast of Tabernacles and the final day of our feast days for this calendar year. I pray that you guys apply this wisdom, come with a sense of urgency to this word. Do not be left out in the cold, family, because a lot of our people are not going to make it. So with that, I say shalom. We're going to come back again, Yah willing, this Sabbath day and do Genesis number 21. And with that, I bid you farewell. Yah bless. Be safe.